Dr. Phil made an oopsie, and today in this video, I'm going to cover Dr. Phil was just accused of something horrible. Welcome back to Enchant Films. Let's get into the video. The Grim-Faced Girl. Danielle Bergoli with a stage name Bad Baby is a popular internet celebrity, not popular in the way you think. She was once invited to Dr. Phil's show. The incident that happened made her very popular over the internet. Her behavior on the show was inappropriate with her local street accent. She spoke in an indecent language. She behaved none other than a rebel. Dr. Phil became annoyed after he heard the accusations. She accused Dr. Phil of stealing cars indirectly. She continuously mocked and accused him, which became unbearable. He answered her with sarcasm and asked for a rhetorical question as she had attended her 5th grade. She went in shock but did not have any reply. The question directly attacked her basic manners and ethics. The disrespect and taunt were obvious. Getting insulted in front of a large crowd was a big crack for her, but her accusations were enough for Dr. Phil, and he could not bear them anymore.
Show.
Thank you for that.
No problem.
The Guilty Man. This incident includes an accusation that showcased on his show, but he was not the one being accused. It was a couple who appeared at the show, and the wife, Pamela, asserted that Pete, her ex-husband, left her and the family. The reason for his leaving is a massage girl. He met the therapist girl at a couple's retreat. She also challenged him to be the reason behind the suicide of their 15-year-old young son. Pete started giving off nasty remarks on a defensive note. He started accusing his ex-wife that she was already wanting to see their son dead. This was the worst and the meanest one of all. Dr. Phil became furious at hearing the insensitive accusation from a person who should be guilty instead of bluntly accusing his innocent ex-wife. He knew how rubbish he was speaking. He gave him a long speech telling him about how bad and wrong he has accused her ex-wife. He mentioned him as having a black heart. He asked him to think before you speak as he was being blunt and rude. This is one of the most terrible accusations on a mother for wanting her son dead. Dr. Phil used a slow and calm but more rigorous tone and volume. He also told him that their accusing others would not make him free of the guilt and the crime.
Because if you make him, he has to not contact you. Because every time he does, he's in violation of the court order and the judge.
Reality check. Typical 20-year-old kids who wish to become popular without doing something or putting in effort in something are common now. One of such spoiled brats once came to Dr. Phil's show. He named himself King Keith Franklin VII. He was fond of singing and wanted to become a popular singer instead of studying and leading a job life. His mother kept on reminding him to leave the fantasy world and come to reality and study hard to make a living out of a good job, but he would not listen. She brought him on the show where the child accused him of promoting such fantasy dreams on his show. However, it was all his rubbish mindset and the result of his endless daydreaming. He started accusing Dr. Phil of running the show on TV. Dr. Phil had enough of him and he yelled at him to stop fantasizing. Dr. Phil gave him a life lesson speech to make his mother proud by working hard and standing up on his own feet. He asked him to stop wasting time over television and its shows and start focusing on education in the future.
I get that. It may not be for you. But if you're going to be in this...
Be a good supervisor. Dr. Phil is always affected by how the parents keep their children. How is their life brought up? Are they being mistreated? Once this show featured a mother, Kaylee, who was irresponsible towards her young daughter. The daughter was barely 14 when her mother gave her permission to marijuana and take other drugs. She was also allowed to do physical intimidate acts with her male friends. Dr. Phil lost his control after hearing this. He showed a calm behavior and told the mother that according to the law, her daughter is too young to decide for herself, and it is her who needs to be a good supervisor. Instead of learning a lesson, she started accusing Dr. Phil of terrible things. He became furious at this and yelled at her that she is committing a crime and doing wrong to her daughter. Internet love. A young internet stalker, Bailey, is 21 years old. He came to Dr. Phil's show and believed that he had fallen for a girl on Twitter. The girl was not interested in him. She even said that she'll report him to the police for manipulating and disturbing her. He came to the show to get her attention and make her believe how much he had fallen, but it was not the right thing for Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil rejected his claim that this is only his overthinking and just a melodrama. The girl did not agree after the show, so he started accusing Dr. Phil of making his internet girl run away.
A few times, but if you go there all the time, you know everything that goes on.
That's like a tired record. You only have about 6 things you say.
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.